Anyway, like I was saying, is perhaps more favorable to them than reality was, and they just don't get it. Where you see that those of you who've been following my videos for a long time, I've been citing this book for many years in terms of the argument of fighting for honor having the utmost importance. Okay? And people not understand this. I don't agree with everything that's written in the book. When I first started citing the book, I kind of was a little too enthusiastic about it. And I really wanted to reconcile my view with it, but it's irreconcilable, okay, because it does not point to the Royal African Falcon Martial Art Order, among other things, but there's a lot of good stuff in it, a lot of truth in it. And it ends by talking about how somebody who resists being a slave to the state has achieved a certain human dignity that other people haven't. A certain true empowerment, not some kind of psychological game, not pretending to be a witch, not a corporate sex cult games, the sexual power games, okay, but actual true empowerment of living a life that's worth living and facing the fearful odds. You know, as they say, in the Roman poem, I believe it's a Roman poem, where they say, how can a man die better than facing the fearful odds for the ashes of his fathers and the temples of his gods, but in this case, the one true God. Okay, other people just don't understand. And we can't compare the mind state of people who don't understand in terms of being equal or being, oh, they're just different, to the person who understands that. The hero in truth, okay, who's morally precise, who fights for God in truth, is above all. That's what Jesus on the cross symbolizes. That's why he said John the Baptist was better than other people, because this is somebody who is telling the truth. He's standing for principle. He's facing the authorities and saying, you're wrong. The elders and the teachers of the law, Isaiah 3, okay, it says they're wrong. The haughty women and the guys that they're dating with their fancy schmancy stuff, they're wrong. People changing my voice to confuse you about who's who, changing my image, they're wrong. Okay, so what is a life worth living? It's moral precision. It's accepting adversity. The word Satan is said to mean the adversary. Okay? Now, they try to do things in a way that makes it so I resemble them. I can't stress that enough. Okay? I'm not a cocky person at all. I'm someone who's empowered by God God choosing me to be this. Okay? So you say, well, you could be a worm, or you could be a frog. You could have been born this, you could have been born that. You can be born a rich white oppressor, you can be born a token minority. Your destiny could be to be a gang member who never understands why to put God first. Your destiny could be this, this, and this. There's so many people, there's 8 billion people in the world. There's one that really gets what to do. And there's one person in all of human history, that in all of history there ever will be, that is the top martial artist ever, the truly empowered in reality, okay, by God and not by psychology or nonsense. And that is me. Okay? So keep that in mind. There's no way that I could overstate my worth. In their own book, they say Jesus is God. To them, I am God. Okay? But I'm not God. I'm God's son. There's no words for the type of stupidity of women who don't rally immediately to obey God through me. There's no words for the type of stupidity of attractive women who choose just another rich person. There's over 22 million millionaires in America. Over 22 million. Countless people have master's degrees, PhDs, bachelor's. These mean nothing. You know? There's 600 billionaires. All of them together aren't worth my toenail clippings in reality. Because they're just playing a game. Money is just printed up by a bunch of corrupt people in a neo-colonialist rape cult system. Their social status in reality means nothing. It is a deep disgrace to be a celebrity or rich, unless it's me, because I actually deserve it. It is a profound disgrace to play a pedophile, mass-murdering, neo-colonial game and to point to your social status in the game and act like you're someone, and to team up with people to try to act like I'm no one. There's no words for how disgraced other people are but my parents. There are no words for the truth, the irrefutable, irreversible truth, that they and their offspring are disgraced in the eyes of God forever. There is no taking that back. Okay? You imagine the attractive women in 2020 that doesn't know to scramble to obey God through me and to be completely obedient and can't tell the difference between me and someone scamming her. Can you imagine How stupid that person must be. That is why it is with great pride and true pride in God that when I die, I will dust off this pathetic world and say to hell with all of you for having the nerve to shun the most righteous guy ever, having the nerve to rebel against the most righteous guy ever, and to choose to follow worms. There is no excuse for that. Whether it was me or someone else, in this case it's me, and it's the only one it could possibly be, there's no excuse. Even if I was a little gray fucking kid or little green kid, there's no fucking excuse. God said him, Chukwu Haru, Chukwu Emeka. And you people went out like motherfucking bitches, tails tucked completely, in the most important period of time in this universe's history, in the history of humanity, the history of your races and your families. How the fuck could you be so pathetic?